When elite units need to breach doors, clear rooms, and stop imminent threats, they often don't reach for rifles first. They pick up shotguns, not the duck-hunting scatterguns of weekend fields, but purpose-built combat tools engineered to do one thing extremely well: dominate close quarters. Today, we're counting down 9 shotguns that, by virtue of design, history, or pure mechanical audacity, have been pushed into roles far beyond the sporting field. These are fighting shotguns, machines honed for reliability, for the pressure of a breach, and for the split-second stakes of life and death encounters. This is not glorification. It's an examination of engineering and impact. Hit subscribe if you want more breakdowns like this. Some of these platforms have saved lives in combat and law enforcement, and understanding them matters. Number 9 is the Mossberg 590A1. The military standard that grew out of a hunting heritage and became a trustable tool for warfighters. The 590A1 was selected where toughness mattered. Heavy-walled barrel, metal trigger guard, and a metal safety. Small but crucial differences that separated the 590A1 from garden variety civilian models. It's a rugged pump action, typically fielded with a 20-inch barrel and an 8+1 capacity, paired with defensively loaded buckshot. It's a short-range deterrent that has been issued to units deployed to Iraq, Afghanistan, and classified missions worldwide. What defines the 590A1 is not flash. It's reliability under stress. It will run when conditions are bad, when ammunition varies, and when lives hang in the balance. For many, the 590A1 represents a baseline, simple, proven, and purpose-built. At number 8 is the Benelli M2 Tactical, a semi-automatic that brought speed and reliability into the same package. Benelli's inertia-driven system made the M2 different from conventional gas guns, giving it a reputation for cycling cleanly with a wide range of loads, and doing so in hostile environments where a gas port might clog. With an 18.5-inch barrel in many configs and a compact 5+1 capacity, the M2 has been a favored choice in law enforcement and certain professional circles because it balances semi-auto responsiveness with a robustness that tolerates hard use. At the high end of the market, it costs more than basic pumps, but many professionals argue that the trade-off for controllability and cycle reliability is worth the premium. The M2 is a reminder that sometimes the next evolutionary step in a category is not more firepower, but better function. Number 7 is the Rock Island VR80, an example of hybrid thinking, the shotgun that borrows ergonomics and controls from the rifle world. Magazine-fed, semi-automatic, and styled to feel familiar to anyone trained on AR pattern rifles, the VR80 is an attempt to marry rapid reload patterns and modularity with 12-gauge power. It uses detachable box, magazines, and a platform that otherwise looks and feels like an AR, offering short transition time for shooters who live on that ecosystem. It's not about inventing new ballistics so much as making the shotgun interface intuitive to a modern operator. In scenarios where speed of reloads and magazine changes matter, this sort of design answers a logistical question. How do you give shotgun power within a workflow many teams already use? Number 6 is the Remington 870 MCS, the modular monster built from a proven, decades-old platform. The 870 is one of the most successful pump actions in history, and Remington's modular combat shotgun, MCS, took that stalwart platform and retooled it for mission adaptability. Interchangeable barrel lengths, purpose-built stocks, and accessory rails allow units to configure one base gun for multiple roles: a short-barreled breaching tool, a mid-length patrol shotgun, or a longer tube for precision slug work. The genius here is logistical. Special operations units don't always want 10 different weapons for 10 different tasks. They want systems they can reconfigure quickly. The MCS keeps the 870's famed reliability while adding the tooling for a modern operator. At number 5 comes something that looks like science fiction, but is definitely reality: the IWI Tavor TS-12. This Israeli-engineered bullpup shotgun turns conventional loading on its head with a rotating triple magazine system that holds 15 rounds in 3 5-round tubes. In practice, that means the operator can preload a mix of buckshot, slugs, and breaching rounds and cycle between them on demand. An unusual capability that enables rapid adaptation to changing threats without rechambering or swapping weapons. Compact thanks to its bullpup layout, The TS-12's unusual architecture meant it drew attention for innovation, even as it commanded a premium price. It's not the simplest tool on this list, but it's one of the most inventive, high capacity, adaptable, and unmistakably modern. Number 4 is the standard manufacturing DP-12, the double devastator that rethinks what a double-barreled shotgun could be. Two 12-gauge barrels, 2 magazine tubes, and a pump-action feed that chambers 2 shells per cycle. The DP-12 fires pairs of shells with each trigger pull. That means a single press delivers twice the volume of a conventional shotgun shot. The DP-12 trades compact subtlety for an unapologetic output. When a situation calls for overwhelming short-range stopping power, this shotgun provides a wall of projectiles. Its unique feel and recoil signature are matched to very specific roles. It's not a generalist's tool, it's an extreme response instrument for very particular demands. Number 3 on the list is the Panzer Arms AR-12. Sometimes called the budget destroyer because it packages magazine-fed, AR-style ergonomics into an affordable semi-automatic shotgun. Made in Turkey, the AR-12 borrows the AR interface to make handling intuitive for rifle-trained operators, but in a 12-gauge package. Its cost-effectiveness has broadened access to magazine-fed shotguns without forcing teams to invest at the top of the market. Capability here is not just firepower, it's accessibility, providing a familiar magazine-fed platform to units and users who need shotgun performance without breaking procurement budgets. At number 2 sits the AA-12 Auto Assault 12, the full auto annihilator that pushes the concept of a shoulder-fired shotgun to extremes. The AA-12 is a selective fire, fully automatic, low-recoiling platform that can be used in semi-auto or full auto modes, and has been developed to accept high cyclic rates while keeping recoil manageable for the shooter. It feeds from box magazines or drums, and in specialized contexts can employ niche munitions that further its impact profile. Because of its fire rate and capacity, the AA-12 is better described as a support weapon than a conventional shotgun. Its power and rate of fire led to interest from military and special units, yet it also raises clear questions about doctrine and appropriate employment. Designed to do maximum damage in very short bursts, the AA-12 is the apex of automatic shotgun engineering, which brings us to number 1. The Kalashnikov USA KS-12, the AK pattern shotgun that marries legendary AK reliability to the 12-gauge ecosystem. Built around the robust gas operating philosophy that made the AK family famous, the KS-12 seeks to apply that same dependability to larger, slower-moving shotgun projectiles. Magazine-fed and able to accept drums or box mags, variants have been put through endurance testing to prove cycle reliability under adverse conditions. Part of the appeal is straightforward. If an operator trusts the AK platform for durability and forgoing finicky maintenance, putting 12-gauge capability into that envelope creates a shotgun that is engineered to keep running when everything else soils. For many, the KS-12 represents the pinnacle of reliability in a high-power package. These 9 platforms illustrate a single arc in small arms history, the shotgun's transformation from a close-range hunting tool to a purpose-built instrument of modern tactical utility. Each entry on this list answers a different question. How do you make things faster, more reliable, more adaptable, or simply more overwhelming for the task at hand? Some of these guns are prized for their simplicity under pressure. Others are celebrated for innovation. A few are controversial for the sheer force they can project. Regardless, the through line is clear. Engineering married to purpose creates tools that can determine outcomes when seconds matter. None of this is about glorifying violence. It is about recognizing design choices and historical use. Shotguns have saved lives and cleared paths in combat and police work, just as they have been misused. Understanding the history and capabilities of these weapons helps viewers appreciate why certain designs were adopted, how doctrine shaped procurement, and why debates over their use remain both complex and important. Which of these battlefield-bred shotguns surprised you most? Have you seen any of them in museums, training ranges, or historical exhibits? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this breakdown opened your eyes to the engineering and history behind combat shotguns, hit that like button, subscribe to Bulletbound, and ring the bell, because the next deep dive will examine how technology and doctrine continue to reshape close quarters fighting. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, context matters when we talk about tools designed for war.